like played it really well. I'm not surprised that it got taken out, and the Oracle's been banned out. So these different kind of heroes start to get like seeping through the draft. So now we get to see a Lycan being picked up and a Shadow Demon being picked up. Obviously, Lycan, one of these heroes at the moment that if it's not first phase banned, feels like it's being picked up every single time it's available. So we will have to see how it does here. But they go back for the Nature's Prophet and the Mars again on aggressive mode. Obviously, they played really well on them last game. No reason why they can't do it again. And when you have the Grimstroke to pair up with the Mars as well, give them that little boost with the Inkswell. Sounds pretty good to me. Also, Soulbind against a Lycan is really good. You know, he can try and run away, but whoever he's tethered to does not run at the same movement speed. It's going to be very difficult for the doggo this game.
All right, I had confirmation, by the way. Drinking on Twitch is okay. Excessive drinking is disallowed. So,
oh, well, we're in trouble then. Never mind.
A few sips in the evening with a gentlemanly conversation and a bit of jazz, definitely allowed. So don't worry, guys. We can all relax and keep on ticking our 20. What are you having, by the way? Now that we can talk about it.
I've just got some nice whiskey. It's lovely.
Give me the details of it. Oak age, 20 years.
Oh yeah, at least 20. Yeah, it's definitely not really cheap stuff that was easy to get at the moment. That was all.
I literally can't read out the name of...
We do have some nice whiskey in the house at the moment, but you know, this is... I have to really feel it because you've got to keep it for special occasions.
Of course. I actually can't read out the name of my my drink because it was one of those ones which you buy. I think it was in the south of France. I bought it. It's not fancy at all. It's pretty cheap, but the name is just super questionable. So I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, it's one of those weird ones where you look at it and go, really? And it's like, well, I guess it's a conversation starter, but. Yeah,
when we went to France once with another family, we played the challenge of who could find the cheapest bottle of wine while we were there, and the other family, when you bought it, had to drink it. Whoever got the cheapest, and it was something disgustingly low. It was like 40 cents or something. Like, it was awful. Like
yeah,
the wine there is very, very cheap,
like
and
vinegar.
It was awful as well. It was yeah.
Lovely stuff. Anyway, aggressive mode, they're basically press and repeat on their cores at least. They've got a Nature's Prophet and a Mars picked up in this game. Is a Beastmaster available? It is not. Yolo Knight ban it out first phase.
I do like this Mars pick though by Yolo Knight. I think it's really good. It lanes up really well against the Nature's Prophet and the Mars. So, you know, 2 of the 3 cores that you're seeing, well, we're assuming it's Nature's Prophet core. 2 of the 3 cores that you're seeing so far, it already does well against. And it gives them that nice little lockdown with the lasso as well.
They don't have much to combo up with the Grimstroke ulti though, but to be honest, you don't really need it. Like it's one of those things where people obsess over it a bit too much. The ulti's okay, his other spells are amazing, so yeah, you can.
The Inkswell is the one that you want to play around the most, right? Like we've seen things like Ember being picked up in the past, which is still a possibility here. You know, just using these melee cores to their full effectiveness. Even Ricky again might be something that we see for aggressive mode here to pair up with this Grimstroke. You know, you pop the Inkswell on the Ricky in the laning stage, he just jumps in with Blink Strike. A lot of burst damage coming through. I feel like this Grimstroke here is being underutilized still. I think it's super strong at the moment. I'm surprised it's not highly contested.
Do you know what's a hilarious combo, which, you know, judging by the previous games in the series, I wouldn't be surprised to see it in this one?
Go on, hit me.
Like an Ags into Batrider.
Oh my god.
You turn him into a wolf, he just goes and steals someone, and just runs away with them at 1,000 miles an hour. And he's flying as well, so it's absolutely, yeah. I haven't actually seen it, but I'm just theory crafting here, but I mean, why wouldn't it work?
I mean, did you see the Liquid Lycan TB game that they played against? I think it was EG that one time, right?
Yeah.
Where they theory crafted that it would be amazing if they ever got there. But unfortunately didn't work out. You know, theory and practice are 2 very different things.
Indeed. But surely like an Ags into Batrider must be good, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it sounds good. He doesn't really get the effectiveness of the damage, though, the crit that you get.
No, but Surge Batrider is already good.
Oh, that's hilarious, yeah. Here we go.
Ooh, we need some in-game sounds.
That would be nice, yeah.
There you go, guys. I'm blessing your ear holes.
For the first time this card.
Poor old Tusk. Doesn't get a look in with that Mars shield hiding him, does he?
Dire team back.
Just kind of peeking over the side. Please, Daddy Mars, can I have some limelight? No. Okay.
I wonder where they put this Tusk as well, because this could be that they flex the Nature's Prophet to a 3. Skylight can definitely play it, because, you know, Nature's Prophet Tusk is a really strong lane. That sounds like it would do really well against the Lycan as well. So we will see how that ends up. They have the last pick overall, so they don't have to choose quite yet until they see how the lanes are going to pan out. This DK hero has been gaining a lot of popularity though recently.
Hey, wait a minute. Have you seen DK's legs?
Are they strong?
That's pretty strong.
Or is it just the armor over the top? Because they might be really skinny, but we just don't know, right?
No, but look at comparison to his arms though. DK's got strong legs. They did it. We did it, guys. We found the hero with strong legs. We can all sleep easily tonight. Yeah, they're decent. They're okay. Not the same definition though.
Right,
He looks like he's just wearing baggy trousers, you know.
What are they going to pick last, Nomad? What are they thinking? Do they want
you want a prediction from me? I will not be able to satisfy you on this, but I can.
I feel like they need to just pick a hero that fits along with their timing of their draft, right? Like they have this Lycan DK. They're going to want to play this fast tempo that we saw aggressive mode do last game with the Nature's Prophet Mars. You know, they have to try and match it this time. You know, this Ricky PL's nice. It's a bit funky, but it doesn't work. Not against this high pressure that aggressive mode have got coming out of them. So I love this Lycan DK Void Spirit Tricore they've got going. Oh,
pick. It's Tide. That big AoE lockdown going to be helping this aggressive mode team fight a hell of a lot. And once again, they just want to put the smackdown early onto this team. So that's going to line up our 2 drafts. Yolo Knight, they go for... Oh, Rajik's actually playing the Void Spirit. Okay, so it's off-lane Void, DK mid, and Lycan carry. That makes sense to me. Meanwhile, Sunlight's going to be in the mid lane on that Mars again. Mariachi on the carry Nature's Prophet. And we're going to see Skylark on the off-lane Tide. I really do like this. From aggressive mode.
I think it's it's a really good Tide game. I mean, historically, this hero's been really good against Lycan in the laning stage. You have the Anchor Smash to reduce his damage, you know, clear through the wolves as well, which is really nice.
How does it work with Shadow Poison, though?
With Shadow Poison, what do you mean?
Does he just like automatically trigger the damage sometimes? Yeah.
I actually haven't seen it before. I assume it just doesn't trigger, but I might be wrong. We'll look out for it so I can give you the answer. I have never tested that in the lobby before.
Yeah, it's
probably because Tide's just not often picked anymore, so it's not something you think about, right?
And Shardim's only come back into popularity recently, so...
I mean, I've only really seen Tide picked up recently when there's been a Lycan in the game. So, you know, they at all stages in the game, they're going to have this massive team fight advantage now as well. With the Ravage effect, they have the Mars, with the Arena of Blood as well.
It's kind of like intense pick-off from Yolo Knight and decent push versus intense pick-off, huge team fight, and also pretty good push from aggressive mode. I just feel like draft-wise, aggressive mode have way more to do. Like, they just got a way easier game to play.
Yeah, potentially, but I think it's going to depends how the lane goes as well. Like this Bat Rider by Master Risk should be able to do okay in the laning stage at least. You know, if they can try and secure the Lycan's game a little bit, that will help them no end. I just think this aggressive mode lineup plays so well last game, and it looks like they're playing what they were comfortable with that we saw in last game as well, right? Like they've got the Nature's Prophet, they've got the Mars, this core combo that they just came online so quickly with last game. And I was pretty impressed with Mariachi's Nature's Prophet as well. He looks really good.
Yeah, he did. He looked damn good. I was very impressed by Mariachi in that game, especially the change from game 1. I just want to point out, shouldn't this Dragon Knight be asleep?
Why would he possibly be asleep?
No sleep until lose, and they just lost.
Oh, it's the edgy name coming through.
Yeah. I mean, you got to live up to it, dude. You can't lie to everybody like this.
Technically, he hasn't lost yet, though, because it's the series that he's worried about, right?
Lost a game. That's what he means. Got to go to bed now. Maybe he had a quick nap.
He just doesn't move his hero for the rest of the game. Yeah. Guys, sorry, but I have to stick to my edgy name. I wonder how this Void Spirit Shadow Demon lane goes, though. I feel like... Do they just, skip waves? You know, I feel like playing into Grimstroke Nature's Prophet sounds really difficult. Especially when Spartan has boots first as well.
At the same time, Resonant Pulse will give you a lot of armor, won't it? It's only based on heroes. Oh, it's only heroes, isn't it? So never mind.
Yes. Yeah, you don't get armor, so you get the like HP.
Yeah,
effective
shield. Right.
Idea.
That's not going to make much of a difference to that lane. Meanwhile, over at top, yeah, we're going to have a Skylark laning up with Cube. I'm happy to see Cube on Tusk. Cube Tusk is hilarious. It can go one way or the other.
About the Pudge though, and look how that ended up. So
it was great. He
hope it
got
goes
loads
the
of
right
hooks.
way. He did get loads of hooks. Yeah, correct.
He hooked so many PL illusions. It was great. Yeah, Cube Tusk is something of legends. I remember one time, I think I was playing a joint Dota League game, and he built Ags, and he threw the game by kicking away, I think it was the enemy carry, like a Terrorblade or something. He kicked him away, saved his life, and then lost the game because of it. So always remember the Cube kick.
And they've got the double kick with the Grimshow cult this game as well.
Oh god, I don't even know how that works. Just two heroes
like,
just yeeted out of existence.
It's like Alliance all over again.
Oh, tasty shots coming out, and they've got the Inkswell to lay down on top of the DK as well. DK, is he going to level that Dragon's Blood? If I can click on him, we'll find out. He has indeed. So he's quite tanky. Tanky enough, though. Is he going to get under the tower in time? He's under the tower. He's got the Fairy Fire. They won't be able to right-click him down under there with that extra armor. He is absolutely fine. A close fight here, but he's still going to have to use, well, call out a salve to him. So in fact, he's going back to base. He's going to TP back to lane. I like that.
Skylark top as well.
Nikwa, yeah, both Nikwa and Skylark in some trouble. Nikwa significantly in more trouble here as he gets pinned to a cliff and beaten on down. He's going to be a first blood, and Skylark surviving under the tower and popping that salve. He's going to be okay. A big
Until he gets
tide.
to the level 2, level 3 mark on the tide, he has to be really careful in this lane. Like, he has the stick, so obviously he can be okay against the Batrider, but until you can purge off the napalms, your laning stage is still pretty hard. Master Risk, actually.
Yeah, there's an Inkswell coming off onto him. He's going to be okay, though. They don't quite have the follow-up damage just yet. Still level 1. One spell each is not going to be enough to kill off this bat. Well, Spartan's getting it. Oh, I'd say that he's come back into lane right now. The right clicks are here from Spartan. He's got that Fairy Fire to keep him alive for the time being, and unfortunately, Spartan won't be able to finish the job onto Master Risk right now.
Master Risk just playing around here. Spartan does get the body block off onto the small camp though, so that's really nice. No Paul's going to be coming through. I find it really interesting that they took Gush and Inkswell at level 1 though. I mean, I know the Inkswell was because they almost killed the DK bot, but I feel like the Anchor Smash and the Kraken Shell probably what you want to be focusing on this lane. The Gush at level 1 is really strong, especially with the Inkswell on top. But
yeah, they're going for it right now, and they might be proving you wrong. Can they finish the job? They can't once again. Master Risk going to get himself away, and they are unable to kill off this Batrider. So pesky. The all down the bottom. Oh, sorry, Smiling Light still in some trouble here. They might actually get this one. Finally, they get themselves a kill with this combo, and it is going to be the Smiling Knight who goes down. Meanwhile, over towards mid, Sunlight struggling against this DK a little bit. 6-2 versus the 10-0. He's got a creep wave coming under his tower for now, but still, it's not fantastic. Nothing irreparable yet though.
this doesn't sound like an easy Mars lane though, you have to say.
No.
This DK kind of just, it's so difficult to bully out of the lane, especially now he's level 3. They're 2 points in Dragon's Blood.
Yeah, and I'm fairly sure that the God's Rebuke gets reduced by the Breathe Fire as well, so that's one of his spells just taken out basically by the Breathe Fire, at least much less effectiveness. And bottom, we got ourselves Mariachi
Master
and
Risk, top lane.
Yeah, he's being run down a little bit here. There is a slow coming out from the Grimstroke, but unfortunately he doesn't have enough mana for the Inkswell. But Master Risk struggling to really get on top of him here. We'll finally get those flames coming in. A one pot from Skylark, but there is no escape from Master Risk. He's just going to run down the watermelon and get himself a kill. Master Risk is going to get killed off by the tower, however, so he will trade his death, but that is a worthwhile trade for sure.
Spartan might have just given away that they have a ward on the high ground there, because I'm pretty sure the tower attacked him from behind the trees. So.
Meanwhile,
We'll see if
Nico
he
dropping in
figures
the
it out.
bottom lane here. Nice little kill out from Cube. Seemingly alone. Getting Nikwa. Actually, I think Mariachi TP'd out.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Got on, got low, and then turned it back.
Mariachi actually picks up Cube's stick as well, which is very nice for him. You know, one of the best things about the Prophet, whether it's a core or support, TP back to base, TP back to lane again with your TP scroll. You know, you can get more regen, pick up whatever items you like for the lane.
Yep,
Your
pick up your
support doesn't even
partner's
have to
items as
die
well.
for you.
Yeah. They're doing good at getting these poisons on the treants. And gets one of them, and he's going to deny the other two.
Relatively even laning stage so far, though. I mean, this DK's pulling ahead mid slightly.
Spartan in some trouble once again, but he's got the Inkswell on him, which is going to stun up Master Risk and stop him from running down Spartan. He's still going to chase, though. He is not done. No, with his wolves helping him out as well. There's a decent amount of damage coming down onto Spartan here, and I think he's going to struggle to get away from this one. If he can keep going in a straight line, then maybe he might live. Yeah, the wolves not really fulfilling their full usefulness. They're just going to try and go for the kill. One more right click should do the job. Master Risk is going to go up the high ground. He's got the wolves here, but the fortification to turn it around. Oh no, baited so hard.
Top lane there as well. This Tidehunter's just bullying this Lycan.
Yeah, that's one of the best.
That's one of the best fort usages I've ever seen, by the way.
That was amazing.
My friends played a game
my wolves will tank.
They,
oh shit.
My friends played a game once where they managed to get the enemy to dive tier 4s and they popped Glyph under an arena of blood and they just killed the whole enemy team with it. That was quite nice. But,
I remember when
first
the
time I've seen
bulwark
that in a pro
changed.
game.
Yeah, for sure. I remember the first time I saw the bulwark change, you know, when he absorbs projectiles around him?
Yes.
And he tried doing it under a tier 2 tower quite early on in the game and he just died to it. He didn't understand what was happening. He's like, why am I taking so much damage?
Dear, right there.
He was redirecting all the projectiles from the creeps to himself and dying. Yeah, I really think they need to add a visual for this change. I don't think people realize how much that does, the bulwark. People just don't notice it. Meanwhile, Smiling Knight in the top lane, he's going to get brought down here. The right clicks come through. This Grimstroke Tide lane doing absolute work. Meanwhile, Nikwa on top of Sunlight right now, and there's a TP coming in from Mariachi as well. They've got the combo off the... Oh, actually, they whack him out the other side with the God's Rebuke, so Nikwa still on the run here. The Sunlight should be able to bring him down. The Spear will get that kill. Yeah, he's being picked off the backlines, but does have the snowball to keep him alive a little bit longer, and they jump onto Radix here. Tag team being popped. Cube still trying to get himself away here, playing it carefully rather than playing for the kill. A nice shard's going to block off Radix as well, but they won't be able to bring him down, it doesn't look like. Mariachi still chasing this one, but there is no kill to be had. Radix will live, as will Cube. I feel like if Cube had stayed on top of him, he probably would have died, but they both would have, I think. And it's really, really hard to call that.
I think Sunlight really wanted to stay as well, but DK, he saw that DK popped his ult to try and start pushing mid. And they have the catapult there as well, so he has to instantly start walking back towards that mid lane, otherwise his tower's going to be in real trouble. Cube's TPing mid here is actually on 350 HP.
Oh, that's not going to do much, but especially against a DK. Can't really see much of a gank happening here. I don't know. He's got a salve on the courier.
Okay.
That's only what they do against the DK though. Oh, okay. Spartan's coming around the back. Here we go. We've got a party now. This little gathering just became a full party, which are not allowed right now. But either way, they will kill off the DK regardless. And that's pretty nice for them. Meanwhile, Skylark up in the top lane gets a solo kill onto Master Risk. Ooh dear, Batrider having some issues to say the least.
Yeah, I really like this build from Skylark as well. I think Spartan did a really good job of just kind of forcing the Batrider out of the lane because like he was just dilly-dallying around with them all the time. And it left the Tidehunter in a 1v1 against the Lycan. And Tidehunter wins that one, hands down, completely. And so he doesn't even need to level up the Kraken Shell in the laning stage. This max Gush and Anchor Smash build does so much damage to the Lycan, who only has 2 armor, base to begin with. So, yeah, Anchor Smash damage really ripping through him.
Well, here is down in the bottom lane. I feel like Aggressive Mode just tried for something there, but weren't successful on jumping Nikwa. Disruption on cooldown suggests something happened. Don't know what. Is this Batrider tilted, is my question. He just had a very awkward death diving the base and had a very awkward death again, dying solo to a Tide. I feel like things aren't going his way.
That's one way of putting it, that things aren't going his way. Yeah.
Mariachi trying to dodge out that... Oh, walks into it anyway. See you later, sir.
I mean, it's so difficult. You have the disruption set up as well if you really want to go into the...
that one. They're going on to the DK again here, but unfortunately Spartan actually gets stunned up, so won't be able to land the Inkswell, and that means that the DK gets away, and the gank is diffused.
Yeah, I really like that no sleep until lose decided to put a point in stun at level 7.
Mio, I believe his name is.
Right, okay, Mio. Yeah, that's true, actually. You're right. Haste Rune spawns top as well, so Sunlight going to be able to go and pick that one up. Might be able to try and make a play here with Cube coming in as well. Ooh, they're pinging out top, though. They really want to get this top tower, I think. Start to open up the map, especially the top jungle.
Master Risk is going to get seen by Skylark here. Skylark getting on top of him. Needs a little bit more to bring him down, though. One more right click will do the trick, but Master Risk running through the trees, and he has now got that flame break, leading Skylark on a merry charge, and they also miss... Oh, never mind. God's Rebuke puts an end to this bat, squashes him. And we'll have a look over towards net worth and see Mio on the top there on his DK, doing very well for himself, 3,400 gold. The Tide Hunter, 3,200, closely afterwards, and Sunlight just heading behind him as well. So all pretty close, all within a kind of 200, 300 gold of each other.
Yeah, look at Skylark's item build that he's got queued up on the Tide Hunter.
Oh wow.
It's just the funky series, so we might as well do funky things. Bot lane as well, keeping trouble.
Yeah, he's inside a snowball right now, but comes crashing out the other side and unfortunately is getting run down here. There is no escaping this Lycan currently. Tries to do something, but unfortunately will just end up losing his life. But Spartan's coming in from the sidelines here. Doesn't have that ulti yet available though, so very hard for him to actually lock down this Void Spirit and get that kill now he's got that level 6.
He has the Ravage though on Tide to save the skill point. But yeah, I mean, that death from the Tusk was actually not too bad because he led them around long enough that they couldn't really get anything from the death. Like, they couldn't push the tower at all. So, Cube, although he died, you know, he wasted another 5 seconds of their time or so, which saves the tower in the end.
Magic's able to take the outpost here. Spartan looking forwards onto Nikwa here. We'll be able to stun him up for a very short duration of time. Inkswell not doing that much work and actually might have given his life for this one as Magic jumps forwards. He's got the Astral Step, another one available, and he will pop.
I hate this hero so much. Mid lane,
every time I see him get a kill. Yep, they're coming down onto the DK right now. 2 TPs in, but it's actually the Mars who seems to be losing this engagement. He has to get himself back.
No
trying to bring down the DK here by himself, but with the TPs coming on in from Magic and Master Risk, the fight is over once again. They will fail to kill off this DK. They keep trying to kill him, and it is not going well.
Yeah, not now that he has 4 points in the Dragon's Blood. He popped the arena on Mars and popped the Soul Ring, but he got instantly stunned up, and then I think he lost the mana from the Soul Ring. So didn't have the mana for the spear anymore, unfortunately.
Unfortunate to say the least. Yeah, I mean, it's been looking good for aggressive mode because they've been playing so much, they've been getting so many kills, but actually the gold advantage is on the side of Yolo Knight. That's because they've been playing their lanes. They've been farming more creeps, you know. We look over to these last hits and they're just a little bit ahead, and that does translate to a slight gold advantage. And yeah, it's just an interesting game, I think, to see so many kills ahead. 6 more kills, but pretty much even gold advantage.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to the fight execution at this point. The DK is like the big tanky boy at this point. I don't know what he's going to be building in terms of items, but
ooh, God, he's getting absolutely demolished. Alrighty, punch in the air by Cube to say goodnight, and that was a greedy camp to farm. They did have the vision on him there as well. I think if it had been a less convincing start to the fight, maybe the team could have made their way over, but unfortunately, that was very convincing. They just rip him down.
He doesn't see anybody in top lane, but they have their ward in their own jungle tops, and they see nobody there. Like, you have to assume that the Radiant heroes are going to be bottom side of the map, right? And you're farming, like, very far out position. I'm really interested to see what he builds on the DK. Like, he could go like Armlet if he wants to be able to fight relatively early on. Could just rush BKB if he's got BKB queued up now. Okay, he just decides to rush that one. They want to try and take any team fight advantage they can in this game because they understand how early tempo it's going to be for both sides.
So what is the go time for the Dire then? Because they've been playing a pretty passive game, you know, they've kind of been letting themselves get ganked and just trying to find the efficiency game across this map. So what items are they waiting on? Oh, they are looking for this, Lycan, actually they punch up and Ravage at the same time, but they do have the damage to kill him off.
And they get the Helm of Dom Creep as well.
Nice. Yeah, nice extra 200 gold, makes that kill very much better. I mean, it's nearly as much as the hero.
Yeah, and Mars needs that extra little bit of boost now to get towards the Deso, so, you know, 200 gold always going to help. Yeah, I'd really like to see the Dire side try and do something though while they know the Ravage is down, because I feel like they have to know that they're going to be strong at this point, and that big team fight spell from the Radiant isn't available. They need to make the most of this. Master Risk is trying to see if he can make some plays onto Spartan. He has the lasso.
Yeah, he's going to drop it, but unfortunately the Inkswell is also out from Spartan. He's trying to get it back as far as he can. Now the ulti pop from Nikwa, this is certainly going to get him going down, but he does get the leash off, and Spartan still after the time being does finally go down, and now walking together, Master Risk and Nikwa will get themselves back. I did not know that was a thing. That is the most useless thing I've ever seen, but I guess it's good in some situations.
I've never seen it before either. That was so underwhelming.
Because no one casts it on
TP'd away.
heroes, right? No, everyone just casts ground cast it because it's better.
Or it depends. Like, you
Radix.
can't just hero cast it.
Yeah, true. I guess, yeah, interesting one. That's such a meme combo. We said they had nothing to combo well with it, but boy were we wrong.
Yeah, they've got the double Wrath of Nature. I think that works, right? If you click on them first.
Really?
I assume so.
No
Two
way,
spells.
Right? What? It's,
I mean,
it's not hero cast. It's ground cast, isn't it? Oh, unit or point target. Oh.
Yeah, you can cast it on a unit as well. I've never checked if it worked. I just assumed it does.
Everyone knows that assumptions are the best form of knowledge.
Why wouldn't it work, right?
Why wouldn't if it says unit cast,
Actually,
so
that sounds like a really stupid thing to say in Dota.
In Dota, yeah.
Why wouldn't it work? Because we all know things that should make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are not ruled by logic. We are ruled by the frog. Praise be the icy toad. As we go for a smoke gank, Skylark's going to be the target. With that boots of travel, God knows why. It looks really cool now, it gives you plus 110 movement speed. Unfortunately, it does translate to pretty much the same as before. They're getting on top of him right now, and Skylark going to be turned into a piece of sushi off the top lane.
Unfortunate.
It is indeed.
DK's getting really close to that BKB now, though. I mean, that BKB time is going to be massively useful.
Smiling Knight getting beaten on down in the bottom lane, and that was his shapeshift being used as well, so that is a costly one. Mirroring the aggression nicely.
Helm of Dome Creep as well, so that's another 200 gold. Very nice.
Seriously though, like with the kills being worth so much less over the past few patches, these Helm of Dome Creeps are, percentagely become so much more worth.
I really hate the streak change as well. I feel like people just aren't worth it.
Well, you will have to hold your thoughts as we have another leash down in the middle lane. Radix jumping into this one as well, but he's just going to be another target for the leash, and now with the double sprout, with the Ravage coming through as well. DK, the last one left in this mid lane. I say that actually, Nico runs around the back just to get a cheeky kill onto Cube. They'll turn their attention though back to Mio, trying to block him up. Very cheekily done from Skylark here. He does have that quelling blade. No Sleep still running himself away, and the spear helping him out. I'm not sure that's the best idea, Sunlight. They're still trying to run him down here. Turn around, Dragon Tail coming out. Sunlight still chasing. In comes Mariachi. Another quelling blade is available from Mio, but the God's Rebuke will finally put an end to his shenanigans. But shenanigan, he certainly did. If that's
possibly the hardest kill I've ever seen that shouldn't have been a hard kill.
No, they made him work for it. Meanwhile, unfortunately, Skylark might be losing his life in this situation, though, doing some nice footwork here. Getting deja vu. Going for the TP. That's not going to happen. He's going to get put to sleep.
To be fair, yes, boots of travel, so he might as well go for the TP. It's not like it's going to be on cooldown.
True. I know he just comes off cooldown when he's back. Pretty garbage. I don't think it's a good item at all.
I don't know, the movement speed's really nice. Like 110 movement speed.
Yeah, now that it's a number, I'm like, whoa. Like, that just didn't impress me, but
it's such a huge amount. Oh my god, Lycan dies again. I didn't even see that.
This can't be. I mean, this is your momentum carrier, right? This is a guy who wants to be hitting towers, doing stuff, making things happen, and that is not the case right now.
I mean, his problem at the moment is that he has no armor, right? And then he can get Orchid as well, and he just kind of dies. The physical damage coming out when he has no armor from like Tag Team, from the minus armor from Gush as well. Like, there's so much coming through.
We need to get some neutral atoms, boys. In that 17-minute mark. Only a clumsy net being found so far.
Why'd you farm neutral items when you could farm heroes instead?
You ram your face into the middle lane over and over again. You're right, though. Exactly. This does sound more fun.
Why would you farm neutral items when you could just double sprout people instead?
The ultimate combo. Nobody saw it coming.
DK has popped his Elder Dragon form to farm at the moment, by the way, because he realizes he's so close to the BKB. And he really wants that one up.
Yeah, I mean, it's so effective for farming, though, with the AoE splash. I'm totally on board with this.
He has a Grove Bow as well for the magic amp. It's very nice. Just a little bit of range for his dragon.
What do you think? Is this DK close to sleeping? Or are they still in a good spot, Yolo Knights?
They're not in a great spot. If you think of DK Lycan, what they want to be doing at this point in the game. Oh no, the Dragon Form runs out.
Yeah, it's not good timing. Meanwhile, they've gotten a lasso onto Cute, but I mean, I say gotten a lasso. That's really nothing. Meanwhile, Arena in the mid lane. Sunlight, though, is going to be the one to drop. So it's actually the Dire who grab themselves the first kill, and that's a long death on Sunlight. And now Shapeshift's going to come out from Smiling Knight. He's looking forwards over towards Spartan. Spartan's got the Inkswell, though, so it's going to be a tricky kill. He's going to get himself back. Meanwhile, Leash comes down, stopping the Void Spirit from really moving around much here, but they're still going to be able to melt him. See you later, Spartan. And now they're pinging out Roche. I don't know if they actually can, though. There's still plenty of threats on the board for aggressive mode. They've got the Tide Hunter. He's nice and peachy, and he's going to be healing a lot from these anchor smashes. He's got...
Average cancel for TB. Yeah, it's the way that it works on the Dire side, right? Oh, hang on, Prophet in the bot lane, in a little bit of trouble.
We're kind of watching him, but Skylark's come over here, and there's your Ravage coming on down there, looking towards the Void Spirit. Wow, that is greedy, but efficient. It works out for them. Rajix is going to die, but it looks like Next Prophet will be losing his life after all, but now... he's stuck in deep, surrounded by creeps. Looking over towards Cube here. Yeah, they want to get for the easier kill first, try and bring down this Shadow Demon, and they should be able to kill him off pretty quickly. Finished off. Meanwhile, Cube punching the DK into the air, trying to keep him still for the rest of the team to get over here. Sunlight, though, he's having a bit of trouble with his pathing. And now the BKB comes out from the DK, meaning they can't really go on this guy. They're kind of surrounding him, 4 heroes, but what do we do?
What does he do, though? Like,
I mean, what does the DK do either? There we go, yeah.
Like, what does the DK do? That's what I mean. Like, what's the point in popping the BKB there? You're not killing anybody because you don't have any damage items.
You get to stay alive for 10 more seconds, my friend. That's what you get to do.
That's very true, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, back to my point before, the problem with this Dire side is that, you know, the way this Lycan works, if they're taking fights on their side of the map, then they can't transition it into any kind of objective, right? Because the Lycan ult form runs out, you know, they use most of their DK form as well. They don't push buildings particularly well unless they're, you know, on the front foot, able to take fights on the enemy side of the map themselves.
Oh, Scarlet gets a bouncy rune anyway. Get wrecked, Rajix, but he's going to take his anger out on him by throwing him a couple of spells, but unfortunately it is a Tide. He is tanky, and now the rest of the team coming on over, so Rajix will just hop himself away. He is now out of Astral Step charges for another 20 seconds. Meanwhile, the Leash comes through. Where's our Sprout? Meanwhile, Cube going to get blown up on the backlines by Smiling Knight coming flying on through. Skylark is out of here. Sunlight trying to run himself away. Spartan, though, will not be so lucky, being surrounded by all these illusions here. Why are there so many disruption illusions?
Is it the Shadow Demon talent? No, it's not. Who knows?
What are those guys doing there? I don't know. They belong to the wrong side, don't they? No, they don't. How do you get 2? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure someone will answer. I'm sure I'm being stupid. He had 2 Grimstrokes and 2... Lycan got a... Right. I'm with you. Lycan got a... that's not disruptions from SD. That is a...
you okay?
Illusion rune. He just found an illusion rune, I'm sure.
Are you okay?
Sure. No. It is late. It is... I just need to get back into my chill zone. Hold on.
Right, okay. Nomad's just fighting his inner self is always quite entertaining for me, I'll be honest. He just gets into like this little conversation with himself where he's not really sure what's going on.
I lose myself in the simplest of things, but we are back to the Pushka League After Hours mode where we should have been all along. Nice and chill.
How many teams are in this Division 2, by the way? I don't actually know, I'll be honest. It's, is it as many as Division 1?
Let me find out for you. In the CIS region, we have Team Empire Hope, Team Cyber Tractor. I love that team. I don't know what it means, but it's really funny. Cyber Legacy and Nova. Meanwhile, in the EU region, we have Viking, Aggressive Mode, Yolo Knight, and KS Commando.
Okay, so it's only 4 teams per region. That makes more sense to me. I couldn't think of 4 teams in Division 2 that I would invite, that was all. Sorry, more than 4 teams.
I was going to say, I wouldn't invite any of these guys to my Division 2. Oh, Jesus, okay. Rude.
This Prophet...
Sorry, go on.
The Prophet has Orchid, right? And he's got the Zimp Claw, so he's hitting pretty hard, but until he gets this BKB, it's really difficult for him to stand in these fights. I feel like he really needs an armor item as well at some point to try and really be able to fight up. Oh, I guess he has the armor talent actually on the Nature's Prophet, so not necessarily massively important to finish up that AC really quickly. Cube, getting lassoed.
Yeah, he's brought down by these 2 little gang squads here. They'll get him dropped. A calm kill. As the dust kind of starts to settle in this game. A very active, a very dynamic game from both teams. Well, more so from aggressive mode. Yolo Knight more responding to their aggression, but we have now reached a bit of an impasse as both teams decide to hang back a bit, find their farm, and reach their next item tidings. Now we've got Mars reaching for his BKB. We've got the Nature's Prophet. He's going for his own BKB, which he now gets. We've got Lycan going for... Guys, guess what? It's another BKB, third BKB. And DK, he's already got his, as he showed off earlier to everybody, and is going for
Guess what Void Spirit's going for?
Is it a BKB, mate?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's Max. How
Why did you guess
disappointing. Uh-oh, he's in some trouble. But he's got the yields to get rid of that Phantom's Embrace. The Grimstroke Wife will not connect, and Rajic gets himself back.
I'm not really sure what that was about. They kind of like overlapped their silences there when they... I mean, they probably wouldn't have got the kill anyway in the end.
Void Spirit. Such a BS hero.
Roll your head across the keyboard and you're suddenly on the other side of the map.
Oh, who actually got that? Oh, Tusk stole that creep. He's pinging him as well. Rajix is triggered. Keep stole his creep. Good stuff.
Any kind of mental damage you can get, always worth it.
Yeah, that's the thing though. When you're friends with the enemy team, like every time something like that happens, you're just kind of like laughing about it rather than actually getting triggered by it, I feel. These guys are obviously having a good time. Rajix and Cube, good friends. Play together a lot. Play against each other a lot. And of course, united by the one and only UK Dota stack known as Sparkling Water.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the tier 2, tier 3 players, though, they all know each other really well, right? Like they queue into each other in pubs all the time as well. They must all speak to each other a lot. So, you know, when these games happen, there are quite often, you know, people that are good friends with each other on opposite teams.
Yeah. Friendship, the most powerful force at all. What do you think of this Agnum with the Void Spirit? Is it too strong?
I don't think it's too strong. I think in certain games it can be really good, right? But especially when BKBs are being built out. You know, the Axe from the Void Spirit's really nice against the supporters in the backline, I think, especially. He's got a shake building an Axe. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I guess if he takes over the DK, that's pretty good in the old form.
That's the only one I can think of. Meanwhile, we've got a lasso jumping forwards onto the Mars here. Meanwhile, the DK goes on Cube on the sidelines. They will get through that Mars's defenses. Meanwhile, Snowball coming out from the Tusk. Going to help out Mariachi a lot here, but will end up dying all the same. A nice shard's going to black out the rest of the team, though. Meanwhile, Mariachi going to TP himself down to this bottom lane and get some split push going on. But this is very quick switch of aggression from Yolo Knight here as they hit their timings. And Spartan's going to be the next one on their hit list. And he will get ticked off very quickly indeed. And immediately looking towards this middle lane.
This Lycan DK as well, like this is it. They finally took a fight on the other side of the map.
Yep.
And so they can instantly transition it into a push.
This is going to be so fast. They don't have time to respawn for this. DK might be staying awake after all.
The thing is, like, Nature's Prophet's pretty farmed, right? But the way this hero works, she really wants to be playing from further in front.
What the hell? They're going for tier 4s.
I mean, why not? They're not coming back. Like, you want to force their TPs, and this is the best way to do it.
True, true. And there they come. Cube coming on over. Shard's coming out, but DK's looking to go straight back in on this one. He's looking for a stun target, but they've gone forwards here onto the Lycan. The Ravage going to come through as well. Can they bring him down in time? Yes, they can. Smiling Knight out of the equation, as is two more heroes. Weaker and Rajix taken out of the fight, and DK gets the TP away. He's going to live, but yeah, a bit of a messy disengagement there from Yolo Knight. I don't think they needed to go for those tier 4s.
Probably not, but I understand why they did it. You know,
yeah.
they want to try and force the TPs before they back off. But
you're right, just a little bit messy on the disengagement.
Yes, yeah, and this means that these deaths mean that they're going to be able to get a free Roche on this Radiant side as well. So you lose a set of racks, but if you can get the Aegis for yourself, along with the tier 1 mid, you know, is it an okay trade? It's pretty close.
Quickly plug into the calculator.
Yeah. What does it say? They have the tag team as well, so this dies pretty quickly on the Roche.
Roshan running out of health very quickly indeed, and he shall die. Aegis now in the hands of Sunlight, and the game gets, once again, pretty damn hard for Yolo Knight. They take themselves a racks, but now find themselves in a bit of a sticky situation.
I do worry for the Radiant side that the only problem I have with them is that they don't really have any like clean initiation, right? Like the Mars and the Tide have both decided to skip Blink completely. So like these fights are so messy because they all just brawl like head on. But there's no like way they can just jump in first, right? They need to make sure they can pick off somebody straight away at the start of the fight, which they are having a bit of a problem with at the moment. There's a Silver Edge on the DK here as well. Really good up against the Mars and the Tidehunter. I think that's a very good choice. Orb of Destruction for the Mars, though. Okay, never mind. Let's just call it there, guys.
Ooh, that's lovely. That is exactly what he wants. Stacking up with the Desolator, and once he has that Axe, that is going to be a huge amount of damage inside his Arena of Blood.
Craggy Cove for the Dire side as well. Pretty good item.
Yeah, I'm wondering who you put it on, though. I guess
Nico's picked it up on the Shadow Demon.
Okay, fair enough. I think Batrider still wants this Faded Brooch, to be honest. Movement speed is just so unbelievably valuable on this hero. And they're looking over towards Sunlight here. Sunlight's going to get lassoed immediately. Meanwhile, they simultaneously initiate onto Skylark there. And yes, Sunlight, take him down by Cube! Grabs him on the side. That is sick! And they're going to punch up the DK, but he pops up that BKB in response. The Nature's Prophet in some trouble. He's losing his health pretty quickly as the Smiling Knight comes ripping through the side. Spartan Mariachi already dead, and Cube heading the same way as well. Sunlight now finds himself all alone, trying to use that pull walk to do something, but there is nothing to be done, my friend. You are gonna die. Skylark also trying to find a way out of this fight, but unfortunately he's stunned up forever. Oh god, Mars gonna be coming back. Is it enough to keep Mars alive or help him find a kill? Looking for Radix here, but that is just not going to happen. He's gonna be dropping for a second time. Aggressive mode, it is slipping away from them right now. Sunlight's gonna get burnt up by Master Risk. All 5 heroes dead, including an Aegis. Amazing fight from Yolo Knight there. As they just plonk their DK in the middle of everybody. What do you do?
But this is exactly what I mean on the Radiant. They like walk up this high ground to try and get a kill. Dire have complete vision over the fight with this ward on the high ground, and they can't initiate cleanly on anybody because they have no like instant initiation. There's no blinks, so like they slowly waddle up the hill. But by the time everybody's popped their BKB, it's just far too late.
Yeah, and now onto the tier 4s that we go. Shiva's not really getting much done. Skylark going to get ulted up, actually, by the Shadow Demon. They're looking all towards Master Risk here, who is jumping forwards. Not too sure why, just drawing a line in the sand, I guess, but they're looking towards the tide. Yields up into the air. They have their Mars buyback available. He's going to try and run back into this fight. They've already lost Skylark. He is dead without buyback, and now looking in towards Sunlight. Sunlight needs help. He needs teammates, but his teammates just aren't quick enough to help him out. Get on top of him, and Sunlight, he gets the Arena of Blood, but that's his final move before he dies. They're keeping this DK alive, and DK just turning it around, reducing their damage and doing the damage back. Sleep will eventually die instead. Tusk blind back into this one. They might stand a chance of turning this one around. A nice lash comes out from Spartan here. They're looking towards the Void Brute, and he's going to die. And now the Shadow Demon heading the same way as well. It is just about messy enough for aggressive mode to come out with the victory. It does cost them some buybacks, 3 to be exact, but they hold on to this game by the skin of their teeth.
Dear, oh dear.
Nail biting.
That was not clean at all, huh? And really good repair kits for the Radiant side as well, just making sure their tier 4 towers stay alive for so long that they can't end the game on the Dire. The problem is they haven't taken either of the tier 2s in the side lanes, so they either make the all-in play or they try and get a tier 2, right? And they're like, well, we're just going to go for it. They have used their repair kits on the Radiant side. Do they have any left? I think they have 1. Yeah, they've got 1 more on Grimstroke. So
indeed.
If they take 1 more good fight like this on the Dire side, they probably just win the game.
Yeah, it looks bad for them, but in all things considered, they've just taken 1 fight where they took an Aegis and got everybody. They took another fight where they nearly ended the game. It was close, but they do have to reset now. However, as you say, there's not many buybacks available. I think the Prophet has got his in 91 gold, so that's something. Beyond that, you've got a Grimstroke buyback. it's not very impressive.
It's not great, it has to be said. The Dire do... Oh, I was going to say, the war just died out. Never mind. It just ignored me completely.
Alrighty. But Grimstroke, he's 1k gold away from that Aghanims. Playing with fire here. Mariachi on top of him, but there's a 4-star available from the Batrider. Yeah, see you later, nerds. I'm out of here. Although he's going for the TP. Pretty bad positioning here. His Cube able to get on top of him, and they're going to get that kill. 64 seconds no Batrider. The rest of mode by themselves. More time. More time for this Grimstroke Ags. More time for the Mars Ags, which he's actually cancelled out to go for a Satanic instead. Wow. So he's just sitting on a casual point booster.
Yeah, I think he's pretty unsure with what he wants to build, though, at the moment. I'd be surprised if that did change up again relatively soon. Oh, dear. Spartan. That is the Lycan ult pop, though, at least.
Oh, I didn't see that one, I'll be real with you. That's not the hero you want dying right now, though. He's supposed to be the guy farming up this Aghanim Scepter.
Quickening Charm for the Lycan. Very nice.
He's already pretty fast, though. It's a really dumb joke.
This...
It's just misleading people more than anything.
That was awful.
Yeah.
I didn't know quickening charm gave movement speed. Wow.
Yeah. Idiot cast doesn't know quickening charm doesn't give movement speed.
Why don't they call it cooldown reduction charm?
Way more catchy.
Neek was going for this Axe, by the way. If he ever gets that on the Shadow Demon, the game's just over, I think. This break mechanic that the Axe is going to give you just absolutely destroys the Mars and the Tidehunter.
Yeah, but I love the way that Valve added this item, intending it to be like, oh, you can use it on 3 different heroes, or keep a hero locked down for a really long set of time. No, they don't do that. Every time I've seen it, they just dump all 3 on one hero immediately, and then they like stay ultra broken for a few seconds, and then just take like a ridiculous amount. How much is it? Like 1,500 pure damage. Oh no, it's not pure, is it? It's magical. But I mean, Jesus Christ.
My favourite part is though, when in the really late game games we've seen before. I think we've cast somewhere that Shadow Demon gets a refresher with a level 25 talent as well and an axe, and they just dump 6 of them on one hero, and like this like unkillable carry that there was before just instantly blows up to the Shadow Demon.
It's very
so good.
Yeah, refresher shard or refresher orb. That's some good stuff right there. Hopefully we'll get to see a bit of that. Where's our Lycanax, by the way? Is he not building it? What a coward.
I would say no. I don't actually know what he's going to build next on the Lycan. Maybe he feels like he needs a little bit of damage now just to try and
scale
make this game a little easier. I mean,
I love what he's done here, though. Putting the Helm of the Dominator on top of the Assault Cuirass is a very, very PogChamp item organization.
But he hasn't put the Quelling Blade next to the Assault Cuirass, which is...
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but we'll let him off.
He needs to put his boots underneath.
Yeah, put him in your backpack, just for the aesthetics. Definitely the play.
They desperately want to try and push in this top tier 3 on the Dire side. They finally managed to take a tier 2, so another set of racks is available to them.
Yeah, it's potential mega creeps they can break high ground. Oh, actually, no, they've still got the tier 2 at bottom. Meanwhile, Mariachi just sends a plethora of creeps down this bottom lane.
He's got a Mindbreaker, by the way, on the Nature's Prophet, but he's also got the Skadi queued up. And obviously, the new Skadi effect reduces the HP regen of everybody you hit. Yeah. Pretty good against DK.
I was actually thinking of that for the Mars earlier on. I didn't voice my my opinions, but considering he's got that point booster, I thought it might be a different a different option to go for. But yeah, he wants the Satanic instead, which is completely understandable. Wants these debuffs to last a little less longer. Now they've actually got this ward on the high ground here. Spartan's going to try and deward that whilst they go for a fight on the front lines here. Nico's going to be the target. A beautiful shards interrupting that 4 stuff and getting him caught here, predicting it perfectly. But they're struggling to really finish this one off. And actually, DK's just going to jump straight onto the backlines here. He's got the BKB, goes straight to Spartan here. He needs to get off that Dark Portrait or all this Axe Gold's going to be worthless. He will get it off just in time before he goes down. And now, well, in comes... Actually, he uses ulti instead. He didn't use it. Well, now Mars in some trouble, trying to fight off into 2 hero. Ravage is going to come out, buy him a little bit of space, but the DK is still real damn strong. Fighting up into Sunlight. They're going to use a snowball to buy him a little bit. Oh, beautiful snowball actually getting Sunlight out of here for the time being. Unfortunately, they won't be able to help Mariachi though. He's on the low ground. He gets killed off. Does have buyback. Grimstroke's going to use it as is Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile, Radjix, he's playing around. He wants to come onto the front lines here. Skylark turns around looking for something. They're pinging out heroes every which way. They don't know who to go on. They're going to choose Smiling Knight, but immediately breaking those trees. Meanwhile, Silence onto the Batrider, stopping him from getting any engagement on the side here.
The Silver Edge on the Tide.
Yeah, this might make him squishy enough to bring him down, healing up, but it's not enough. Sunlight as well, being beaten down. He might lose his life. Sunlight getting low, does get finished off, has no buyback on this Mars for another minute, and they'll get Mariachi as well. A dieback from him should Spartan enter this game. Finally, Yolo Knight have managed to close out this series, I think. Yeah, they got creeps coming into the base. Spartan's dead as well. This one is over. And Yolo Knight will take the victory in game number 3. All it's going to take is a push down this middle lane, a quick little shove to draw those GGs from their mouths.
Yeah, they just kind of like lack a little bit of damage on this Radiant side. You know, this Mars has Desolator, he has Orbital Destruction as well, but there's no real other physical damage. Like, they have AC, so they have loads of minus armor stacking. It sounds really good, but I mean, this DK's sitting at 30 armor, so he is very, very difficult to bring down.
Yeah, surprisingly, Cube unable to defend the Ancient by himself, and Yolo Knight will take the victory, and with it, the series. And unfortunately, the DK will not be going to sleep tonight.